QHHT. I love every bit of it. I love the interview, talking with people about things that matter, finding out what drives people, what motivates them, why they do the things that they do. That's why I majored in psychology and philosophy. I've just always been fascinated at this whole thing called life, what it means to be here on this planet. I think I was about 8 or 9 and just wondering, why was I born? Why was I born if I'm just going to die? There's all this sickness, war, negativity, and things that go on in life that I just didn't want to be any part of. And I remember very clearly that moment, being very puzzled at why I was here at all. So I've been trying to answer that question, and it's just starting to get very negative. I was starting to get bitter. I was starting to lose hope, to really question where I fit into this picture. For me, my first awakening was at 22 when I discovered Buddhism. It's allowed me a beautiful framework with which to view all the rest of my experiences with courage and hope for the future. I know I would not be here today if I didn't practice. I practice morning and evening. It's been structure in my life and a way to hold ceremony. Ceremony is so important for human beings. We can practice with anybody all over the world, no matter what language they speak or what culture they're from. I really love creating world peace by becoming happy myself. That's my original driving force, knowing that I can encourage another human being so that they're happier in their own lives and they know how to create their reality the way that they want to. Understanding that, we're not victims. Life is not being thrust upon us. We're all lucky to be here, living at this time, in this place, in this universe, on this earth. There are no mistakes. Everything is expanding, everything is growing, and we're all discovering and developing, and we're all here for a unique mission and purpose. A beautiful thing about QHHT is that that's why people come to a session. They want to find out what their purpose is, why they're here, why they've incarnated at this time. It's very fulfilling as a practitioner to watch somebody come into a session confused, in ill health, and discouraged. And when they leave, they look so much younger and happier and grounded and connected and aligned with their own high self. They know that they have that enlightened potential within them. That's what a QHHT session can do for you. It allows you the space. The technique is perfect for bringing out your highest, most enlightened wisdom. It's designed for it. It's just amazing. I do what I do because I think it's cutting edge healing technology that everybody can benefit from. You'll have the benefit of knowing what you believe in. You'll be able to be clear about what you believe in, what drives you, and what motivates you, and how you've created your life up until this point. So this is the closest work that aligns with my personal philosophy. I am so impressed with the whole community of practitioners and clients that I've encountered so far. Every client, I want to be their best friend. Because I fall in love with every single person that comes in here. After you hear somebody tell their story, see how they've navigated their life from impossible, soul-crushing experiences when they were younger to being capable, contributive citizens of our society. It's just amazing to me that human beings are so resilient and the human spirit cannot be defeated. That's what appeals to me about QHHT, the eternal optimism and hope that is inherent with the philosophy of QHHT. And that is that we are all beings of light and love, and we are here to share that light and love. We are here to create a new reality. We are here to create a beautiful new earth the one that we want to be a part of. We can do that, and we are doing that. One person at a time. Being a QHHT practitioner, it takes a very unique personality. I have one of those unique personalities. A little weird, a little wild, a little cutting edge and open, able to be patient enough for things to emerge. Because one of the key components of a QHHT session is the time you spend with somebody else simply listening. It's so important for us to hear the sound of our own voices telling our stories. There's so much isolation in the world today, and so much that goes unsaid and so much that goes unexpressed, that it's so freeing to just sit down and be able to share what's in your heart with somebody who is paying attention to you and encouraging you and not judging you, and who has no expectations. It's very, very powerful healing. Just the life review portion itself of a QHHT session can be life-changing in and of itself. And it sounds simple, but it's so elegant in its simplicity. After the life review, then we have the induction, where you get to lay down after you've talked yourself all out. You've gotten everything off of your chest, and you get to lay down and be guided to a beautiful state of relaxation. But you're still connecting. And so there's this interesting, mysterious, ineffable moment that happens while you're laying down. I've had quite a few sessions myself, and every single one of them is just magical. There's some kind of magical element that happens. It's indescribable. It's an interesting experience to hear your voice coming out, but not having to think about anything. It's my job as a practitioner to make you feel safe so that you can just let whatever's inside of you come out. There's this information. It's all the information you have. Sometimes you just can't hear it though, because we're so busy these days, just going and going and going. And then you get into a conversation with the practitioner. And as a practitioner, I get to be your advocate. I ask the questions that you want to know, and then you answer the questions. That's the best part of all this, is that I don't have to tell you any answers. I don't have to tell you any of my answers. It's so great when you can hear yourself come from a very high place of love and understanding and self-awareness, because you know you the best. You know how you work. All of the advice and wisdom that you give yourself is a personalized map for you to move forward in your life. In a QHHT session, you tell yourself what to do, but you're coming from a different state of mind, not your conscious, judging, critical mind, but your high, loving self mind, your heart mind. I call it the voice of your heart, and it's a beautiful voice. No matter how it comes out, sometimes it comes out gruff, and sometimes it comes out very gentle and loving. It just depends on what you need to hear at the time. There's just nothing like it. There's nothing like a QHHT session. I would recommend it to anybody. Just don't have any expectations. That's the hardest thing, is to not have any expectations. The more open you can come into a session, the deeper experience you'll be able to have. When people are ready and they come to a QHHT session, it's just simply magical. Anything can happen. Everything is possible. Healing takes place instantaneously. Physical healing. Even more importantly, emotional healing, because emotions are at the base of all of our physical ailments. That's why I do what I do, and I love what I do, and I hope that someday we'll meet and we'll be able to sit down and talk about how you created your life and what you're going to do from now on after you walked out of a QHHT session healed. Thanks for listening. Nice to meet you. Happy trails.